Hello, Alessio here, and today I just want to talk about the first and the second task which are on track for SIT 737, 725, and 780 because ultimately they all work in the same way. And there's a number of reasons for that. Because we want to start implementing this part of innovation within the actual coursework. So we want you guys to start thinking about what is important for you rather than us giving you um, a project to do. So we want to do something that is important for you. And I think that's a very big, changer because potentially you can go out later once you graduate and say, look, I worked on this project, I led it from the beginning, I discussed it from the beginning. Now, we have 8 themes, and I'm very surprised because I had a lot of people coming back to me and saying, how do I do this? I don't know how to do it. Although I even put an example there because I'm gonna do this exactly the same as you. So let's have a look at how we're gonna do this. We have 8 research themes which belong to the university strategy. So potentially, like I said before, you can even go and find somebody in the university who is definitely working on this. So what you have to do is you go and choose a theme, something that you like. So for example, we have health and technology, smart technology, cybersecurity, blah, blah, blah. Choose one that you like, and there's always going to be problems there because if the university is actually researching into it, it means that there is plenty of more work to do. So what is something that you like? Just pick one. And each one of them, you can think about a million things that you could do, like health technologies and molecular science. Is there something that you can think about the health technologies? I think there's a million applications that you can design. Can you design something to improve COVID vaccination, since we're talking about COVID? Can you talk about, can you create an application to better simulate hospital interactions? Smart technologies and advanced manufacturing. Can you build something around supply chains? Now, because of the COVID, yes, it is a very big theme and it's easy to think about it. Can you think about something for the supply chain? Big problem, everything gets lost. Many things get lost. Actually, a lot of packages get stolen. Can you come up with a way to better track where everything is? Cybersecurity and digital solutions. This is a space where you can really come up with anything because digital solution really means anything. So come up with something. Design, construction, and infrastructure. You could think about a smart parking application. You could think about a long distance sensors to put in a forest to check how the forest is going, given that now we have this huge problem with bushfires. Infrastructure. The project that I'm doing is going to be about infrastructure. Infrastructure is also public transport. Can you think about some way to improve public transport? Environmental sustainability. Can you design or think about an application that can help people be more sustainable? Can you, for example, create a new seal of quality? And this is one of my projects. A seal of quality that you can put on a particular product to testify that that product is sustainable because my company is checking it. So imagine they have like thousands of companies and they're all part of this new great club for sustainability, but they need to have my seal of quality and I'm gonna check on it. Marine fisheries and aquaculture. Can you maybe create an application that allows you to monitor how many fish are in a particular area? Maybe in the Melbourne Gulf. Maybe you can just simulate some sonars that are put strategically along the path to see how many fish go in and go out. So this could be one good idea that you can do. Do you need to be marine biologist to do this? Absolutely not. You don't need to be. You just need to be able to solve problems. This is one thing that I find a lot of people don't understand. As software engineers, you are meant to solve any kind of problem that come your way. You don't have to be marine biologist to create an application in marine biology. You don't need to be an energy expert to create an application in energy. You just need to be able to solve problems. If you cannot solve problems And I think I mentioned this many times to my students across the years. Perhaps you should think about not doing a master, because being a master, read the word, explains the word. You are masters. It's not about just writing code. It's about coming up with solutions. It's about really, you know, that you can master any kind of problem. So as a master software engineer, if I give you a problem, you are meant to give me a technical solution. And that includes doing a minimum set of research so that you can get the expertise to do that. Energy, once again, can you build perhaps a smart grid simulator? Since now everybody's creating smart grids, why don't we make one of our own? One that satisfies our needs. Food, water, and regional development, can you create an application to perhaps solve some of the problems that we have in the regional development? Such as how are we gonna give and keep track of vaccines in that area? How can we optimize that? So there's plenty of things that we can do. Now, the other parts, these are just here to give you ideas. You don't have to follow them. It's just to tell you these are some of the things that the university is doing within those 8 themes. Just to give you more ideas. Now, just to prove that this is exactly how I'm gonna do it, I'm actually gonna do it myself. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the actual requirement. So, what is the requirement for our first task? To create a project title, choose a research theme, come up with a problem description, have the importance, why would you gonna do it, and how is the problem currently being solved. This is less than 2 hours worth of research and putting it together. I said 150 words, you should be able to do it 50. I am going to change this to 50 in the next iteration in trimester 2, because 150, that's already too much. So let's think about it. Let's have a look. I want to work, I mentioned this before, in infrastructure because I am very interested in the topic and because my team is very keen to work on this. So what problem am I looking at? Well, my problem statement is data is the key element in making decisions. If you have data, you can make better decisions. And I want to apply this to building management. In order to make a decision on building management, I need to have data. What is the problem? The problem is that most of the buildings are not fitted with sensors. The big problem in building management, data can allow to make better decisions for managing the building. Unfortunately, many older buildings, probably even 5 years or older, do not have these capabilities. So there are no sensors. And what is the problem? You can't just go and retrofit the building because that's extremely expensive. First of all, you have to put all the sensors. Second, you have to install them. So maybe you need to make structural changes. You have to bring electricity to all of them. So it's very complicated. The main problem in making a building smart is the cost and the invasiveness. I'm not sure that's how you would say. The invasiveness. So my aim is to make smart buildings or transform old buildings into smart buildings. I'm not gonna say how yet. At a cheaper price and easily, without being invasive. No structural changes. So this is my problem. Let's have a look how many words this is. I think it's in the tools. So this is 75 words. In 75 words, I'm basically saying I need data to make decisions. And the old buildings simply cannot do that. I need to transform the old buildings into smart buildings. Importance. Data allows buildings to become smart. This translates in better services for the occupants, and also an increased revenue through the what do you call it? Through savings. This is possible because by using the data I can make optimization strategies for energy. Did you know that 70% of the actual bills for any commercial building comes just from the lighting? No, not even the lighting, just for the air conditioning. Facts. So if I can improve that, if I can lower that even just by a little, that directly translates into dollar signs. By making a solution that allows for this to happen, I will generate impact and revenue. Okay, so this is one thing. I'm not gonna do the third part because the third part is the market research, so it takes a little bit longer. But I can put it here just for the sake of it. And I guess my market research will be what? At the moment, there are 2 platforms that do this. One is IBM Triruga, I think, and the other one is Cisco Sierra. They do building intelligence through tracking by using IP, by using the Wi-Fi IP. So basically they track where people are in the building if they are connected to the Wi-Fi, and this way they have localization of people within the building. And this is basically how they do it. So this is your task 1. That's all you have to do. No more than this. If you can make it shorter, I will thank you even more. But this is realistically all that you have to do for your first task. Now, if you want, we can already start looking at task number 2. Task number 2 says, let's have a look. Project title. Yeah, we can give it a name. Let's project title. I'm gonna call it Picasso Smart Buildings through BLE. BLE is the low energy Bluetooth. The next part is proposed solution. I will create a system of BLE sensors which send data to specific gateways. The BLE don't require energy from the grid. They run on batteries. The battery lasts for 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. They are small. They can just be attached to the wall with a sticker. By doing this, I will have near real-time data about the building. This will include occupancy, temperature, and humidity. This satisfies the requirements, which is low cost and non-invasive. Low cost because each one of those sensors actually costs less than $10 each. So I need to only have one for each room. So even if I have to create the system for the entire for a hospital, maybe it would cost me like $10,000 for the entire place. What is the next part? Proposed solution. Done it. What are the user stories? Sure, user stories. As a user, I want to see the state of one room in near real time. Actually, this is all I want to do. Yeah, I think I'll be happy even just with that. And then what are the assumptions? What are the key assumptions about your solution? How practical are those assumptions? Okay, so assumptions. BLE sensors are readily available. Mobile phones and gateways are easy to program. There is a clear SDK. We don't have privacy concerns. And well, that's pretty much it. I guess what I can do, I can also go and create a simple diagram to showcase what it would be. And the diagram really helps. How can I do it? Add-ons. I guess I can use a Lucidchart diagram. I'm gonna insert a diagram with Lucidchart. Oh, this is more complicated than I thought. I guess I'm just gonna do insert a drawing. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, I already had it here, so I'm just gonna recycle this one. So I had this on my slides before. And I lost. Okay. And out of this, to make it even simpler, I'll just make a 2 minutes video to explain exactly what it is that I'm trying to do. Nice and easy. Done. This is task 1 and task 2. If you want, you can spend a few minutes on Canva to actually make it look prettier. But that's realistically what you need for number 1 and number 2. So I hope this helps you guys. Yeah, that's all.